Today I'm going to talk about how to restore paintbrushes. So by restoring brushes, I mean brushes that you let oil paint completely dry in so that when you come back to them the next day, the brush is just hard as a rock. The paint's totally dry. It's totally unusable. There's a way you can get that dry paint out of the brush and actually condition your brush again so that it works just as good as before. Ideally, you want to avoid letting paint dry in the brush because after time that is going to do a lot of damage. But if it happens once in a while, there is a way to reverse that. And even if it doesn't happen, what I'm going to show you today is a great way to just generally kind of condition your brushes and take good care of them overall. The cleaning solution that I'm going to use today is something called Turpenoid Natural. It's this stuff right here. And it's what I prefer for restoring brushes. If you can't get your hands on this, Murphy's Oil Soap will also work, but I definitely prefer this stuff. So ideally, when we suspend a brush in cleaning solution, we want it to be suspended, right? We don't want it to touch the bottom of the jar or whatever it's in and then bend, because even though it's going to get clean, we're going to pull it out and it's going to be bent afterwards. And this is what I built to help me suspend the brush in the cleaning solution so that it's not leaning against the bottom of whatever the cleaning solution's in, okay? So the brush is always going to be suspended like that. So I'm going to show you how to build this. It's really simple, it's really cheap, and your brushes are going to love you for it. So what I've used for this are just two deck brushes. This is the exact brand here, if you want to get the same one. And normally these brushes would just have a broom handle screwed in here and they'd just be used as scrub brushes. So what I've done is just taken two, I've pushed them together, not too hard, basically just so the bristles are touching and then maybe a tiny bit of firmness, but not too hard. And then I've screwed in these wooden blocks on either end to just hold it in place. So I'll take you through a quick time lapse of me building this now. So first thing I'm going to do is just try to line up these edges right here. That'll just kind of help me square everything. Okay, so that's it. You know, it does not take much work. Now let's test it out. So here I've got my Turpenoid Natural, and I've poured it into here. This Tupperware container is where I store it. And then on top of that, I've got the brush holder that I just built. Now I've inserted this pretty slender brush into the brush holder, and I can move it to whatever depth I need it to so that the hairs of the brush aren't pushed against the bottom. You know, it's not misshaping the brush. It's just conditioning it and restoring it. Now, if I wanted to, I could get a bigger brush. Let's take, a thicker brush like this, and I could do the exact same thing. I just push it up in to the bristles and get it at the depth I want so that it's suspended just like the slender brush is suspended there. And then if I want to push it down a little further, I can do that here. And then this will hold it so that the brush hairs don't get misshapen. And I can let it sit there for about 24 hours. Is usually about how long it takes to restore a brush that's been damaged pretty bad, where oil paint has dried in the actual brush. And one last thing, never let the cleaning agent rise above the brush ferrule here. It's okay if it's on the metal part of the brush, but if it gets above the ferrule here, it can sink into that and it can loosen the glue and loosen the tip of the brush. As a special one-time giveaway, I will mail this very brush holder that I built today to my next subscriber. You can click the link in my bio to learn more about my longer tutorials and subscriptions. And of course, if you have any questions, please ask below. Thank you for watching.